It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Hawks in Atlanta. Well, for Atlanta, nice job they've been doing over the last 10 games. 8 wins and not having too many problems. And the Atlanta Hawks losing some major talent over the last few seasons. You're talking about Horford, Millsap, Teague. Kenny, the rebuild is definitely on.
Well, it's hard to see fans struggle, watching their team. They're sitting there paying a lot of money and things aren't getting the results that they want. But the youth movement was needed in Atlanta. They had to start over, and so these are the consequences.
This team already has a strong system in place. Most teams don't want to be stuck in the middle. I think, Ernie, that's why they hit that reset button.
That's it for us for now. We send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
Let's meet the starting lineup of the visiting Washington Wizards. At small forward, Jeff Green. At the upper forward position, Markieff Morris. At center, Dwight Howard. At shooting guard, Bradley Beal. At the other guard position, John Wall. The head coach of the visiting team is Scott Brooks. Let's meet your Atlanta Hawks starting lineup. At the shooting guard position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 3, Kevin Huerter. Starting at the other guard, standing 6'2", number 11, Trae Young. Manning the middle, 7 feet, number 25, Alex Len. At the small forward position, standing 6'8", number 12, Taurean Prince. The other forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 20, John Collins. The head coach for your team. Ladies and gentlemen, your Atlanta Hawks.
On the road, looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Washington Wizards are ready for this thing to get started. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. And a one-game homestand for Atlanta as the Hawks will try to recharge their batteries on their home courts. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
Yeah, and looking to stay unbeaten against this team. A win here would get them off to a 2-0 start in this 4-game season series.
They've really dominated aspects of that first matchup, and a victory tonight would keep the momentum going in their favor.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Washington, Wall at point with Beal to his side. They're the deadly backcourt pair. Inside, we've got Morris and Howard. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. And it's sent back by Howard. Here's Washington now. It's Beal on the wing. Puts it up from 12. And that one goes long. To the inside. Howard down with both hands.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
And looking at Prince's game, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement.
Now here's Prince. After Markieff Morris's miss, the kick out to Young. Back to Prince. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Morris. Now here's Beal. He's covered closely. It's good.
Oh, that's a tough finish by Beal, undaunted by the D.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Young passes to Prince. He kicks it to Len. Young against Wall. 6 on the shot clock. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Taurean Prince. Settling into the new season now, Doris. Some teams really finding that groove and their rhythm. Talk about what they can do to maintain that. Sometimes it's easier to get there, but then to maintain it becomes the real chore.
Right, and that's where coaching comes into play. Guys trying to pull the right string, play the right notes with their teams. And obviously, one of the most important things you can have on a night-by-night basis is energy, consistent energy on the defensive end. If you stay in the moment, you focus on the next play. I know 82 games can be a grind, Kev, but if you break it down into smaller chunks, it becomes much more manageable.
Good idea. The free throw drops for Jeff Green. Well, Greg, for Atlanta, it was out with the old and in with the new for the point guard position for the Hawks.
And Hawks were able to trade down and still get the guy they wanted in Young. See him as an impact guard to build around for the future. Had to move Schroeder to free up space for Young, but this team now has a clear core to build around.
And attendance numbers for the Wizards, Doris, historically not so great.
Well, there are a lot of people who believe, Kevin, Washington is a football town, and some of the numbers would back that up. Last season, the Wizards were 24th in the league in terms of percentage of seats filled.
Here's Young. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Wall looking it over. Outside, Beal. Inside, here's Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Listen, this guy's got the green light at any time, but Beal with the nice look to set up the open shot.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Collins, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient, because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim and does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
And that one falls for Collins. Wizards trail by 3. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, Kevin, we talked at length about how they plan to contain this excellent offense. He said, you know, our opponent changes, but our principles stay constant. It's about denying high percentage shots, layups, and open threes. If we can make them shoot contested jumpers, and they make them, we'll tip our caps to them. Kevin, back to you.
Ray, David, thanks. There are some weapons they have to contain today, and Coach let his guys know it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of question as to what you have to do to be successful against this team. You've got to clamp down on D.
I think game prep is a little different when you're facing these guys. All the focus has got to be on slowing down their attack.
And the first one drops.
Guys, think about the first time John Wall registered his first triple-double. Only 4 players in NBA history had registered it in fewer games than he did. Think about these names: Oscar Robertson, Connie Hawkins, Magic Johnson, and Hambone Williams. Incredible.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And when you look at Wall, the speed, the length, the skill, Doris, this is a guy who can carry your team.
And we talk a lot about his physical attributes and how those translate to success. The blinding speed. It's the instincts to me and the competitive streak, though, guys, that makes John Wall very special.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And, Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. And that was an Unleashed Chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. It's good on the putback.
Well, just terrific instincts right there from Alex Len on the offensive glass. Really impressive.
Wizards trail by 4. Outside, Wall. And he drops it in from the low post.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Young finds Len. Hawks passing it around. Young outside. Floats one, and it's sent back by Howard.
And he's led the league in block shots on multiple occasions, and Howard's still a presence down low.
Morris outside. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Atlanta, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. And Young kicks to Len. Collins up top. Pass to Young. Shot clock at 6. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Collins, good.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Now here's Wall, coming off a solid outing against the Lakers. Prince against Green. Herter lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
There's Beal with the 3. And another miss by Washington.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul. To the middle, here's Young.
Well, they've been playing some tough defense on him in this period, and it's starting to affect him. This guy's having trouble finding the target right now.
Wall against Young. Wall passes to Morris. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Morris has got 5.
Oh, Morris making things look easy right now. What a rhythm.
Atlanta leading by 4. Prince outside. A floater, and it's sent back by Howard. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Atlanta. And a switcher also for Washington. Rivers checked in. Washington on D. And Young kicks it to Bazemore. And there's the pass to Collins. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range, Wall grabs the board.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Passes it to Beal. Here's Rivers. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here is Young. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
His shot's off, but they're still winning. So hats off to his teammates for picking up the slack.
Beal dishes to Morris. Pass to Wall. Morris kicks to Beal. Oh, Morris in position, and Morris throws it down. Young with the ball. His scoring average of about 32.5 points a game tells you all you need to know about how dangerous a player he can be. From deep, Prince drills the three-pointer. Prince has got 5.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Young against Wall.
Well, there's your dunk contest champion back in 2014. Wall puts a little extra on that one.
Young against Wall. Here's Len, and the dunk by Len.
And very little defense here to start the game.
Boy, both teams rolling right now on the offensive end. We got a little barn burner cooking.
Rivers finds Morris. It's not going to go for him. And Atlanta will come the other way. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever easy playing on the road, obviously. But that night, they were really in rhythm, shot the ball with such ease and confidence.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Washington. Trailing by 2. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And you know, they knew what they wanted to do going in, and boy, were they efficient and effective.
Absolutely. They were humming all game long. Every shot seemed to come so naturally to them tonight.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Well, John Wall, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook came into the league around the same time. All of them in the conversation for most athletic big point guard in league history. Of the 3, I think John Wall, the most prolific playmaker, always looking to create for his teammates.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Alex Len. Anderson comes in for John Collins. Carter, he's checked in for Taurean Prince. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Young. And that one, good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And John Wall is such a multifaceted game, it almost feels wrong to call him a pure point guard. But that's what he is, isn't he? Just loves to set up his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And he can score at a high level, but it helps him as a playmaker. Guys thrive playing alongside him because he commands so much attention.
Washington with the ball after the basket by Atlanta.
2 minutes left.
Here's Oubre. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Satoransky against Len. Kicks it to Bazemore. Pass to Carter. On the pass to Len. From deep three-point range, Oubre pulls it in.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Yeah, that zip code might extend beyond his range. My goodness, let's take a better shot next time.
Now, here's Satoransky. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Passes it to Rivers. Takes a 3. The rebound by Anderson.
That's as good a look as he's going to get beyond the arc, but there are no sure things from that range, even for him.
Here's Carter. No good with the wing jumper.
Boy, just enough defensive attention to throw that shot off target.
And the call will be against Justin Anderson. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
.44 seconds left to play in the first.
Atlanta foul called. Dwayne Dedmon.
The Wizards have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
At the line for the Wizards, Tomas Satoransky. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
Under sticks.
Free throw good, Satoransky. And the good news for the Wizards last year, they had a number of guys who could stretch the floor.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They finished 4th in the league in accuracy from three-point range. Otto Porter shot an incredible 44%. And John Wall much improved. He and Bradley Beal 37%.
Now here's Lynn. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Carter. Clock at 6. And he banks in the layup. Carter's got his first points of the night.
I'll tell you, somebody on the defensive end has got to step in and try to get a body on him there.
Rivers against Bazemore. Knocks it loose. Pass to Rivers. Fires from deep. Drills the three-pointer. Rivers has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Washington. Back right after this. You may not remember Vince Carter traded on draft night for his college teammate Antoine Jamison, but he talked about that crazy exchange.
So as I'm sitting back there, he's like, there's been a trade, Toronto Raptors and Golden State make a trade for Antoine Jamison and Vince Carter right there. So our families are sitting right next to each other. So they're fixing the hat, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, here's your hat. All right, give us that hat. Move forward. So it was just the weirdest thing.
The 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, pick apart, that's pretty unique.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Protecting that rim early on, that's been a big factor for them tonight.
I'll tell you, rejection after rejection. The other team having a tough time scoring.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. We've got Rivers. Luke Babbitt is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. And it's Mahimi in at the center filling out the middle. A free throw drops for Rivers. Doors are seeing a lot of movement on the offensive side of the ball, a lot of screening, a lot of movement obviously without the ball. Does that require more awareness, not only on the offensive side to make those moves, but also defensively?
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. One of the most important things you can do if you're an excellent defensive team is you start with communication. So as that action starts, the movement and the screening, are the teammates talking? Screen coming right, screen coming left. Do we want to trap the screen? Do we want to make sure the ball gets out of a certain player's hands? Communication in this day and age against motion offenses has got to be at the top of the list defensively.
Well said.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
And Mahimi now atop the key. And there's the pass to Satoransky. Bazemore against Rivers. He kicks to Mahimi. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Wizards leading by 4. And here is Satoransky. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Oubre. And another miss by Washington. Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Carter drives in. Got it. Good job in the low post. And so Satoransky will bring it up for Washington. Kicks to Rivers. No good on the triple.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, "Sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality, and as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader." Kevin?
Good story, D.A. Thank you. Babbitt, good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The Hawks trail by 4. Now here's Lynn. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. A nice shot by Carter. Carter's got 6.
Physical basketball there, and in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
Mahinmi passes to Satoransky. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Wizards lead by 4.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Lynn against Satoransky. Now Bazemore. He had 13 points in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
You know, he was also one of their key contributors on the glass. His effort was terrific.
Now here's Satoransky. Passes to Rivers. Clock is at 3. Here's Satoransky. That one a little long. The Hawks trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Lynn dishes to Carter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, Carter, just a freak of nature. One of the best dunkers the game has ever seen. A top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
And the first one drops. Several teams changing it up here. Vince Carter hits them both. Locker room presence, one of the aspects that gets overlooked by fans, but Doris, not by coaches. And there are some players who have that presence.
You know what, Kevin? And this can take the shape of a lot of different things. So one guy that comes to mind is Sean Livingston. Always calm, always about team. Thaddeus Young is not a name necessarily that is at the top of everybody's best player list, but anyone who's ever coached Thad Young believes in his ability to affect positively a locker room. Then you have those guys who maybe are going to challenge you a little bit more, but ultimately are good for the team. And I would cite Draymond Green, who will call out a teammate if necessary, push them to greater heights. You need both kinds, I think, Kevin, in your locker room.
Morris. And the shot falls short this time.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Young taking his time here. Basket good.
A high-level shot maker. Just a threat the moment he crosses half court. Young gun.
And Beal kicks the wall. And here's Morris for 3. Len grabs the board. Len's got 5 rebounds tonight.
I'll tell you, he's been dry from three-point range in the second quarter after hitting one in the first.
Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Here's Wall. Out to Morris. Lets it go with a 3. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
3.
Wall's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
A huge margin margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, I think when your bench puts up that kind of productivity, it makes your offense so much more difficult to defend. It's a key element in their last win.
And the Hawks making a change here. Prince has checked in. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
That's the sheer size of Alex Len. Near impossible to contest his jumper.
Now here's Beal. 26 points for him last game against the Lakers.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
Here's Beal. Len with the block.
Well, for a big guy so light on his feet, Len rising into the air with ease.
Pass to Collins. He kicks to Len. Over Howard. To the left wing. No good on the 3. Washington's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
I'll tell you, if you leave a guy open, John Wall is going to put it on time and on target. And sometimes the defense is not going to look good as a result.
Here's Young. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 6 here in this quarter.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
Washington trailing. Outside, Beal. The dish now to Wall. Another one falls for Washington.
Well, it matters not if he's dribble driving to the rim or spotting up. John Wall's so assertive in that mid-range game.
Young passes to Prince. Washington shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Outside, Wall. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Now it's a 3-point Wizards lead. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And Dwight Howard this past offseason on the move, Greg, once again.
And Howard traded from Charlotte to Brooklyn soon after bought out by Brooklyn, making him a free agent. He's hopped from team to team over the last few years, and you wonder if he'll find a place to finish out his career.
Now here's Prince. He had 19 points in the win against Brooklyn. Len finds Young. Yes, that goes in.
Boy, his shot looks so much more fluid this quarter, hitting at a much better clip.
For Washington, they've gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Here's Wall. Rebound by the Hawks. It's Prince on the wing, guarded by Green. To the inside. Here's Collins. Great D that time from Beal. The Wizards with the lead. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Beal's got his second basket of the game. Atlanta's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Wall against Young. Fires top of the key. And he knocks down the jumper. Young's got 12 points in the game.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Green kicks to Howard. Good on the shot. And the Wizards lead by 3.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Young dishes to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Hits the three-point bomb.
And the effortless shooting motion. Young's three-point jumper is just poetry in motion and has it on automatic.
Now here's Wall. He's got 9. Beal the pass to Howard. And the call will be against Alex Len. That's his first foul. And the Hawks making a change here. Dedmon's checked in.
Dwayne Dedmon.
Outside, Beal. Another one falls for Washington.
Boy, this guy's a rock. You know, this is a player that you can count on to produce under any circumstance.
Pass to Collins. Kicks it to Dedmon. There's the pass to Young. Floats one. Wall with some nice defense. Washington's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And Wall slams it home.
Boy, this guy gets up there, doesn't he? Wall with no shortage of athleticism.
And Young kicks to Prince. Inside, Dedmon. Great D that time from Howard.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
Beal gets a wide open look. And again, Washington with the triple.
How quick is that release? And it's 3 on the board. Beal doing what he does best.
Here's Young. And so it's Washington heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Dwight, what are you seeing from your opponent tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball. And they know how to play within the offense, you know. And we've been doing a better job on the defensive end. And I think tonight we came out with the right mentality. We just got to keep it up.
Dwight, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. 1 half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. And guys, for the Wizards, Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. As a matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And we welcome you back with a look at such a terrific location here in the heart of downtown Atlanta. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
You know, my favorite thing, Greg, I think he showed no fear in attacking the defense. He got on the interior with ease.
Wizards leading by 7. And it's Prince outside at the 3 with Collins down at the power forward. Then it's Young. Then it's Alex Len. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce. Now here's Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Green's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Washington. Pass to Len. Dishes it to Young. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his second. And I'll tell you, Trae Young, go big or go home. Always gives you 100%, as competitive as they come. And the young fella wants to win so badly, sometimes that emotion really comes out.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Young. And you know, Greg, it's amazing the impact Young makes, especially, of course, on the offensive end.
High-level shot maker, a threat the moment he crosses half court. Instinctive playmaker, just needs to play more within himself and avoid over-dribbling.
And so Young nails them both. And for Trae Young, it's a little unfair that he's already being compared to Steph Curry.
Scouts are always going to look for comparisons, and I'm not saying Young is Curry, but many of the strengths and weaknesses are similar. The size and athleticism, the insane range, and both have that it factor.
And here's Morris for 3. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the 4th if they just have a few more possessions like that.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball.
And so it's Washington with it. Washington leading now by 10. Beal finds Wall. Misses the 3. The Hawks shooting straight 49% from the field. Prince outside. The kick out to Young. Washington's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13. Here's Green, and that one's drained from the low block. And now it's a 12-point Wizards lead, and so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York, and that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Herter, he's covered by Beal. Young outside, 5 on the clock. The 3. The shot comes out, and Washington the other way now. And Wall kicks to Beal. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. No one covering. Beal's got 12 in the game.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And Bradley Beal earning that first All-Star nod in 2018. A top 20 scorer. He can hurt you from just about anywhere on the court.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for the Hawks. Jeremy Lin comes in for Young. Beal against Bazemore. He kicks to Lin. He dishes it to Lin. To stop the run, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Throwing it down that emphatically energizes the whole team, and that can be a huge shift in momentum.
Shoots from 12, and Washington again with the bucket. And Beal just turned 25. Have we seen his best, or do you think he can take his game to even another level?
I think the key is going to be him staying healthy. Injuries have kind of plagued him early in his career. With help, he'll be able to refine his game and fortify his defense and expand that offensive repertoire.
Atlanta making some changes. Justin Anderson, he's checked in for John Collins. And it's Carter in for Prince. Then for the Wizards, Mahinmi's checked in for Howard. Luke Babbitt comes in for Morris, and Kelly Oubre subbed in for Green. Now here's Bazemore. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Great teamwork. That's something you develop by practicing it over and over again.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
One shot.
The free throw dropped for Bazemore. All with it. He's got 11. Pass to Oubre. Kicks it to Babbitt. That one goes in. Babbitt's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
Well, they're certainly connecting on a lot of shots in the second half, generating high percentage looks and really cashing in.
Now here's Lynn. There's the dish to Lynn. The kick out to Anderson. Just 4 to shoot. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Anderson's got his first basket.
Now, Kevin, that's about the length and determination of Justin Anderson. It really makes him a handful to cover in the painted area.
And here's Wall outside. Len grabs the board. Len's got 6 rebounds in the game. And a wide open look for Lynn. In Atlanta again with the bucket. Washington leading now by 10. And here's Wall. And he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. Beal up top. He's covered by Bazemore. 6 to shoot. Here's Wall. A shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Lynn. The feed to Anderson. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Anderson's got it back down to within single digits for the Hawks. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Washington. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Pass to Mahinmi. Outside, Beal. Misses off the left iron.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
Now here's Wall. 11 points in the game. Outside, Beal. From the wing, Vince Carter grabs the miss. The Hawks trail by 8. Now Bazemore. He's got 7. Beal, the pass to Oubre. Back to Beal. The pass to Mahinmi. Dishes it to Beal. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, he's one of those guys who's kept their offense clicking. They're in front thanks in no small part to what this guy's done.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Carter. And then for Washington, Rivers, he's checked in for Luke Babbitt. And Satoransky's subbed in for John Wall. And that one falls for Beal. Bradley Beal's evolution from prospect to all-star He's a better scorer now, Doris, but also a better playmaker.
He is, Kevin, and Bradley Beal has been willing to take on more of the load on the offensive end. So not just wondering, okay, how do I get my shots, but how to involve his teammates. And his ability to improve that handle, the ability to put the ball on the deck and balance that perimeter shooting with the dribble drive makes him lethal.
Now, here's Dedmon. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. There's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
So it's the Hawks now. 11-point game. Here's Dedmon, and Dedmon throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Satoransky with it, and it's Lynn picking him up. Mahinmi dishes to Beal. Hits it from three-point range. Beal's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Challenging this D with the three ball. That's his second from distance this half, and he also hit one in the first half, too.
Lynn kicks it to Bazemore. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn.
Well, we know this. Jeremy Lin knows how to run an offense. His ability to find the open man, uncanny.
Lynn against Satoransky. Passes to Mahinmi. Here's Rivers. He's got 13. Shot clock at 5. And Satoransky wide open. He fires. Again, the Wizards good for 2. The Hawks trail by 11. Bazemore finds Anderson. Beal with the steal. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. No one near him. Jump shot is good. Beal's got 20 points.
Bradley Beal is rolling.
Lynn with it. He's got 6. Dedmon passes to Bazemore. The shot, no good. Washington leading now by 13. It's Rivers on the wing. He's covered by Bazemore. And Satoransky kicks to Beal. Bangs home the trifecta. 23 points in the game.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Now here's Lynn. Lynn dishes to Bazemore. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Bazemore's got 9 points here in the second half. And Satoransky kicks to Oubre. Down low. And he lays in the alley-oop. And the Wizards lead by 15.
You really like to see Beal getting involved with those passes, guys. He's all about the team.
And here is Lynn. Pass to Bazemore. 6 on the shot clock. Anderson outside. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Beal. Oubre with it. Lynn on him. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. Here's Beal. Rebound, Atlanta. Left side, Anderson. Outside, Lynn. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Well, that's the craftiness of Jeremy Lin. Explodes to the cup. Really good mixing of speeds.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington.
And Dwayne Dedmon, a player who started his NBA career late, was a rookie at age 24 and then floated around to several teams. But he has gone from being an end-of-the-bench guy to an important rotation player in just the last few seasons.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Howard's checked in for Mahinmi. Markieff Morris comes in for Oubre, and it's Green in for Beal. The Hawks trail by 13. Herter, he's guarded by Rivers. To the right side.
Washington foul call. Markieff Morris.
The Hawks have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
For Atlanta, Jeremy Lin.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
He doesn't get the second one.
Jeremy Lin is an aggressive player, Kevin, someone who will make things happen. I like how aggressive he is. He sets a tone with that aggression.
Now, here's Satoransky. 6 points for him. Morris against Lin. Morris, no good.
Boy, the defense gets into his head and alters his release when he really doesn't have to.
And the shot is good. He's got 6. 27 seconds left here in the third quarter. He kicks it to Howard. Lobbed up there for Green and stolen by Prince. Satoransky against Lin. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. It's deflected, but he recovers it. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Washington out in front. They're up by 10. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
And to me, Jay, you love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So on the floor for Washington. Inside, we've got Morris and Howard. Satoransky there with Austin Rivers, and it's Green in at the small forward. Now, here's Dedmon. Shots good from Young.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Washington leading now by 7. Satoransky the pass to Morris. Trains it from beyond the arc.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Young against Satoransky. Herter covered by Morris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Kevin Herter. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Morris with the bucket.
Yeah, the thing about Markieff Morris, he does a terrific job converting inside.
Satoransky against Young. Prince kicks to Dedmon. And Thomas Zederansky against the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Collins. And there's the call on Howard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Herter covered by Morris. That one goes in.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Washington leading now by 8. Up top, Rivers. He dishes it to Morris. Unloads from 13. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Atlanta gets called for the foul.
He's showing off a polished skill set, is Markieff Morris. Didn't get him the bucket, but earned a trip to the stripe.
And Markieff Morris out of Kansas. A spread 4, as they say.
And able to stripe it from anywhere on the floor. A good secondary scorer who can also create his own shot on the block at times.
The first one falls.
You see, Markieff Morris to me is a guy I want on my team. He came into the league as a tremendous mid-range shooter, but he understands today's NBA, you need the three-point ball as part of your arsenal, and he's worked to get it. You know he's going to rebound. He's going to defend at a high level. I love Markieff Morris.
John Wall's checked in for Washington. That one falls, so he hits both of them. You're talking about Morris. You need guys on the roster who complement everyone, yet give you consistent production.
Maybe the best attribute of Markieff Morris is the edge he plays with, because when he's engaged, he can give you a level of physicality that's crucial in today's NBA. There's a tough guy attitude that he wears on his sleeve, and I love it.
Here's Rivers, following the basket by Trae Young. Outside, Wall. Back to Rivers. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got 6 assists in the game.
Well, your job as a floor leader is to keep everyone in sync and the offense humming, and John Wall doing it right there.
Washington leading now by 11. Rivers scanning the floor. Wall against Young. Wall finds Green. Again, the Wizards, good for 2. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Young, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Doors with a more punitive luxury tax, draft picks with their cost-controlled salaries, never more important than they are today.
No doubt, Kevin. I think teams are very hesitant to part with first-round picks because they have been critical. But I think you also have to consider the second-round picks as being valuable assets. Think about the Golden State Warriors. In each of the last 2 years, they have purchased for money a second-round pick from another organization. And both times, those players ended up being critical parts of the rotation. Every draft pick, first or second round, has value.
And, of course, all the comparisons to Steph Curry. Young just trying to be the best version of himself. And we've already seen the upside.
And so Young nails them both.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Up top, Rivers. He's guarded by Collins. Morris passes to Howard. Over Dedmon. Atlanta with the rebound. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. They'll take that every time.
Now here's Green. Over Prince. And it's Green missing. The Hawks trail by 11. Feeds to Prince. And the serious dunk to finish it off.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Yeah, and an example of why you want to let the game come to you. The opening presented itself, he converted in a big way.
Yeah, nice effort there in tracking down the long rebound.
Young outside. Kicks to Prince. Now, here's Dedmon. 5 to shoot. Herter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
That's his 3rd personal foul. Shooting for Atlanta, Kevin Herter. 2 shots.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. Alex Len's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Both good from the line that time. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. They lead by 7. And Wall with the slam.
Yes. Yeah, this is one of the top athletes in the league. Wall showing his lateral and vertical mobility.
Young dishes to Prince. Pass to Len. The kick out to Young. 6 on the shot clock. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Young against Wall. The pass to Rivers. Howard. Great positioning on the putback. And the Wizards lead by 8.
Yeah, and when Howard is allowed to get near the bucket, he capitalizes easily on the offensive glass. He sees the game so well.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
You know what? The switch has flipped, and he's in that proverbial zone right now, knocking down 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
Bradley Beal's checked in for Washington.
One shot.
And that one falls for Young. Alex Len, Doris, drafted number 5 overall. He shows flashes and has the physical ability.
This is why scouting is such a tricky business. You can see some raw talent, and then you have to wait for that talent to develop. Alex Len has the length that teams are looking for. But you also need to have floor spacing to operate your offense efficiently. And traditionally, that hasn't been part of Len's game.
Here's Young, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Prince kicks to Len. Herter, he's covered by Beal. Washington leading now by 7. Right side Green over Prince. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Atlanta will come the other way. Inside, Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
I'll tell you, when he gets in that deep, there simply has to be some help defensively. The size mismatch is just too great there.
Green against Prince. Right side, Green. Over Prince. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 10 points for Jeff Green.
And that is a shot that Green knocks down consistently. The defense has to try harder to contest him from there.
Now here's Prince. Len with it, and it's Howard picking him up. Len passes to Prince. This one for three. Green with the rebound. Washington leading now by 7. Outside, Wall. Over Young. That one off the back iron and out.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
Herter, he's covered by Beal. Herter, it's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Beal finds Wall. Off target from outside.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. All the officials are all over that one.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
At the line for the Hawks, Taurean Prince. 2 shots.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Atlanta. And the second free throw, good.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Wall dishes to Green. Passes it to Howard. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
From Jeff Green.
The Hawks trail by 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw line.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so Young nails them both.
And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
And Beal kicks to Wall. The shot from the low post is good. Wall's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, tough finish is nothing new to John Wall. The frame to take it goes right at the defense.
Knocks it loose. Wall with the steal. Young with the steal. Prince outside. Back to Young. Pass to Bazemore. 6 to shoot. He kicks it to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
gasping for air and giving limited effort on the defensive end. Right now it's all about the offense. Boy, the shooting has been off the charts.
Here's Prince, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Yeah, with the score this close, guys, I am shocked at the lack of defensive aggressiveness. That has to be shored up.
Here's Beal after the basket by Atlanta. It's over Bazemore. Beal can't get it to go. To tie it up. Again, the Hawks good for two.
Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot.
Certainly not. This is when you want to see tight, aggressive defense, everybody on point down the stretch in a close game.
And Wall kicks to Beal. And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
.110 left in the fourth quarter. Left side, Beal. Collins with the block. And he recovers it. Blocked again. And now here's Prince, the fast break opportunity. Looking for Young. He gets it there. Count it!
No doubt. You love seeing him knock down the clutch basket.
Washington calls timeout. They trail by 2. 50 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Scott Brooks' huddle. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
Here's Wall. They get it again. Morris. Yes!
That intensity, focus, difference maker in the clutch. Markieff Morris doing work.
Atlanta calls timeout. The score is tied at 114. 43 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
This is Atlanta Hawks basketball, fans. Now you know. Now get up and get loud.
Ball against Young. Kicks to Collins. Here's Len. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Morris. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Ball against Young. 13 feet away. Len grabs the board. Atlanta calls timeout. And it's the Hawks' ball. Young outside. Bazemore for 3. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. So So Atlanta will get the first possession. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And so in the game for the Hawks, over on the wings, it's Bazemore and Prince. Alex Len out there with Collins, and it's Young in at the point.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Back to Wall. Now Howard. Outside, Wall. 6 on the shot clock. That's tipped. Stolen by Len. Prince outside. He feeds it to Collins. It's stolen by Wall. Great action here if you're just joining us about 1 minute into OT. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Hawks leading. Prince outside. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Just 5 to shoot. With the tip. They shoot again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, with the length and athleticism, the intimidation becoming a factor. Len aggressive in the painted area, draws the foul.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, Alex Len has the kind of length and interior game to make himself valuable. The solid big man, somebody you want in your rotation.
Both free throws good from Len. In overtime here, 1.5 minutes off the clock. Defense. Here's Wall. Pass to Howard. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Len. Rejected by Len. From deep, Prince. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, he works to find the open space behind the arc, and it pays off with the 3. Nice.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
All with it, and Young picks him up defensively. They need this. It's good, and the Hawks' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from John Wall.
Important possession there, and John Wall getting it done.
Now, here is Young. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And that is a huge call. That is not who they wanted to see headed to the bench with the outcome still in question.
The Wizards making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. Here's Collins. Len passes to Bazemore. Kicks it out to Prince. Lets it go from deep. Washington with the rebound. Morris has got his 4th rebound in this one. To the paint. Stolen by Len. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Howard. Morris passes to Satoransky. The Wizards working the ball around now. Beal taking his time here. With some arc, the putback, and Howard with the second chance points.
And you know Howard wants that responsibility offensively, and that time he comes through for his team.
Satoransky against Young. Chalk up 2 there.
Game tightening up, no problem. Put the ball in Young's hand and let the young fella go to work.
We're now over 3.5 minutes through this overtime period. Beal finds Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Satoransky, and that one drops. Young with the ball. Kicks it out to Prince. Young against Satoransky. Count it!
So calm when the game is on the line. Young knows it's his job to bring this game home.
Washington calls timeout. They're down by 5. 51 seconds left to play in the first overtime. And the Wizards with possession. Outside, Green. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
White out. That's his 4th personal foul.
And so Bazemore will bring it up for Atlanta. And Len has it in the corner. Sweet little floater. Len's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hawks.
It feels like that one could be the dagger. Not enough time to completely erase this deficit.
Well, Greg, it's going to be tough, that's for sure. A shot like that has to devastate the other team.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. 29 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot on the wing. They get it again. And here's Green outside. Howard kicks to Satoransky. From past the arc. And another miss by Washington.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They'd used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And so the Hawks take the win. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Jeremy Lin. Impressive team win tonight. What were your thoughts?
I thought it was a great effort, 1 through 15. Everybody just coming out with high energy and playing team basketball.
The ball got going and it led to a big win, Jeremy. Thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.